This is my persuasive speech on why people should own pets. What is the point of owning a pet? Having a pet has many different uses. What I am focused on here today is the benefits of owning a pet. Taken from one of my sources, human-animal interaction is a broad term for any manner or relationship or interaction between a non-person, animal, and a human. This interaction builds a strong and healthy relationship for years upon years between the owner and the animal. Now, just as a brief introduction, did you know that there are actual ways to conserve your body in many ways just by having a companion? Just off the top of my head, things like stress, anxiety, blood pressure, or dealing with a disabled individual are some of the numerous things that an animal can subside. Although many may urge that having pets is a waste of money on many different accounts, studies show that having pets can save you money on multiple accounts dealing with your own general health. What does having a pet mean? Having a pet, whether it be around the house or a friend's animal, it can do more than your health to your mental health than you think. If you break it down and think about it, a man's best friend, also known as a dog, really fits. This is the point I'm trying to convey. Whether it be a dog or any of the other thousands of available pets you can have, regardless, they're always there for you in some way or another, to have fun, cope with stress, to love, or just somebody to cuddle up with after a long day. Why is an animal a man's best friend? The main part of having an animal is to rely on the fact that the presence of the animal is just a break from society's horror, the thing that every person hates, being judged. This is what constantly puts people over the edge and pours into their everyday life because it's something that's always in the back of people's minds. The glorious thing about having a pet is that they don't ever judge you. All they do is show their affection and show their attitude and ultimately love their owner no matter what the circumstance. Now my first topic, how an animal can relieve stress. Pets can relieve stress in many different ways. One way, indirectly, is getting you to exercise when you have no motivation. The animal's stamina, depending on what it is insane compared to ours. The motivation for some animals is always there. According to one of my sites, a small Swedish study found that female volunteers had lower levels of stress hormone cortisol 15 to 30 minutes after petting a dog. Also, the happy hormone is known to immensely be abundant compared to the people without pets. Stress, which leads to other problems such as heart disease, is also reduced when owning a pet. I found this on another research site that I found. Owning a cat can lower your risk of heart disease looked at in a study of Journal of Vascular and Interventional Neuropsychology reports. Now, loneliness. Many people actually really struggle with loneliness. Correspondingly, many people who are lonely own pets because they are lonely to cope with. The reason for this is because it's a quick fix to a deep issue. From one of my sites, the article states that unwelcome loneliness eventually leads to depression. Pets are here to take people out of depression and loneliness. Although stress is a big deal, that is not the only thing that a pet can improve. Did you know that owning a pet can decrease your anxiety? Animals provide a love that gets your brain off what you're normally thinking about. Personally, I struggle with anxiety. When I was younger, I went to one of my dad's friends who specializes in psychology. When I talked to him about my issue, he asked if I had any pets. Confused, I asked, what's the point in having a pet? What's the matter with that? He later told me that many people reduce their anxiety with the presence of having a pet, having somebody to talk to, listen to, and to love. When struggling with anxiety, your body chemistry changes. From a personal perspective, when anxiety hit me hard, I was extremely fatigued and tired for no reason, sleeping later than ever. Having a pet reverses this with a constant beg, such as a dog, to go for a run or to wake you up early. The idea of the animal being dependent on you helps me feel powerful. Feeling like a parent makes me feel grown up and helps me refocus on the real things instead of the what ifs and things that make me worry. One of the coolest things to be a part of, in my opinion, is watching a pet of any sort brightens up the day of a disabled individual, maybe even the week. From one of the sites I used, the article stated the data was inconclusive on scientific numbers explaining why an animal could help those with disabilities. That being said, my main purpose here is the idea of providing happiness and an overall feeling of joy when owning a pet for a disabled individual. That right there is what disabled individuals feel when they're building a relationship with a pet, no doubt. These pets make disabled individuals feel powerful and normality than they feel when being taken care of by their care holders, because they feel like they are in control for once. They feel responsible for the pet. This grows them up so much. Disabled individuals, such as studies have been partial to success with disabilities and the positive link of human-animal interaction, such as autism, dwarfism, and Down syndrome, and many more. The ultimate reason behind this, main reason being the animals building the relationship with them, providing them with happiness for the individual and giving them a sense of purpose in life. In one of the articles I read, I found this generalization which helps me explain the idea perfectly. Currently, animals are a part of humans' lives and seem to have several different effects. As companion and co-therapist animals, they contribute to enhance humans' physical, emotional, and/or psychological well-being. Now, to review my points, as far as a stress regulator, or an anxiety controller or reduction user, or even to the awesome idea of stabilizing a disabled individual, a pet is an eco-friendly and permanent option that is definitely should be used. Although many may urge that having a pet is a waste of money, on many different accounts, studies show that having a pet can save you money on multiple accounts dealing with your general health. I challenge you and your family to, if you haven't, go to the store and look ahead into welcoming a pet into your household. It can do wonders for you physically, mentally, and psychologically in your future.